Hello there, my friends, and welcome. It's Kate in the Nest, and I'm excited to have you with me. I hope you're well because I am feeling very excited about this one because truly it's been a great day for me already. Saturday afternoon here, and I know that my friend Vanessa Kiki Johanning is waking up soon to her birthday. So I want to say thank you, Kiki, for your constant inspiration. I put quite a lot of bling on. My style is different to Kiki, but we share an absolute love of color and beauty and just expressing ourselves. So she is very special to me, and she's great friends with Kelli May-Krenz. So together we have is it an admiration, an adoring of swans, so much so that I've gathered some swans together. And this is for you, Kiki. I know Kiki might be going out on her boat and seeing real swans. She's always posting them on Instagram, and how amazing. But this is my crystal swan, and in it I have this beautiful Italian uh, uh, doily that Rachel from Roxy's Creation sent home to me via her mum. And it is, I've shown you this before, it's such a special piece. I've kept it intact and I always will. But I thought today, even though some people think they look like serpents, these are beautiful swans. And so that's to represent us. And if you know if you get my newsletter, you may know some exciting things are being planned. All the way around Kiki's house, she has beautiful structures. I haven't got any other swans, but I thought it was fitting that my recent mini make of the cupcake pincushion would sit there and smile at us today. So, what am I going to do? I didn't even give time myself time to answer. I've got also, that's right, because I feel good because I have done so much sorting today. And I tell my husband that, and he comes down and he can't tell any different. But you know what it feels like? It's taken me a long time to work out the categories in organizing my nest, because this has all happened rather fast for me, and I've added, all the things that go with it. With stitching, something's making a tinkle sound. It could be my paint over there. We'll just see. Anyway, of course, when you tidy, you come up with things that you haven't seen. So here's another message. I came across my swan that I made ages ago. And many of you have been so kind, and Michelle sent me up some swan fabric. And anyway, that's just a sign for Kiki. So that was in here, which is a nest of current projects, like half of them. And you've seen some of these before, and they're just there. So I'm sort of gathering my things because I'm going away on a little break in a couple of days, and you'll hear more about that. But for that reason, I've got some travel things ready and more to show you over the weekend. But this piece is the one that spoke to me to work on with you today. And if you like, its biggest influence is Kelli, in that it's a shrine. But my shrines are a different shape. I have my favorite things. I have a fringe. I don't know whether I've shown you this before or not. I've attached a treasure. This is a little, what are they called? Brooch? Yeah, brooch that I got in June when I was traveling. These are my first bits of beading, and you'll recognize many of the fabrics and tapestries. It's pure me. So I just want to get into stitching and reveal that the other night, and this is why it's wonderful to be influenced by others. I came across this strawberry fabric that I had. It's connected to the bird one that I got these off. And I've been using those, but I had this on the side, and previously I would have just ignored that because I wouldn't have ever used it. But I feel, can you see that I've got strawberries in here and a little white flower? So I wondered, A, whether you would notice those, and B, if we could have some fun together. Now, I'm not going to go straight onto the strawberry. You can see I've got some bare. So the idea is this is textile collage, layers upon layers, very vintage pieces, as well as this is part of a letter. So I just have pieces like this always with me. Something is rattling, and I think it's my beautiful crystal that I've got everything in crystal today, but they're tinkling, which is a beautiful sound. Oh, maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was something else. Anyway, what are you working on? Have you got big plans for the weekend? I think I'm getting incredibly excited about all sorts of things. And when the wind has stopped, I suppose that's the other big thing today, that I have to be in the mood to organise, and I don't like the wind. And it's stopped, so we have blue sky and sunshine. The washing is out, and it's one of those doing days. Can you see where I'm M? Yep. Very optimistically and encouragingly, outside my window, our dogwood tree is, the flowers are out. They're not white yet, but they've got that greenish whitish tinge, and we're very excited because we saw this tree at a restaurant a few years ago. Didn't know the name of it, and I said I would love one of those, and we have it, and we've sort of was the first big tree that we planted, meaning it was more than a sapling. So I think we've had it 3 years now, and it didn't flower for the first one. So each time there are more flowers. So I'll take a picky or pick one at some point when they're out. We'll be away for a week, so I'm hoping that I don't miss them completely. All right, so I've just filled up that space with the candy stripe, behind it with crosses and seed stitch, and nothing very big. I'm going in here because I've sort of stitched over there, but there's a space, and you're looking at the piece upside down at the moment, just to get some perspective on that and to make you not giddy when I turn it around. I caught myself on a bead. That's it. It's a long weekend. I think I've told you that already, but I'm just delighted because there's lots of things on, because it's the long weekend and the weather is perfect. So you always want the best when there's an art trail in town and our surrounding villages. markets, tulip time, the Babe Festival. If you've ever seen the movie Babe, that was filmed in the town of Robertson, which is where the studio is that I go to. And so that will be very busy out there this weekend. And it's a wonderful celebration for the community. Okay, so I've just made a little flower there, and I love working on pieces like this because it takes hours and hours, hours and hours and days and days and days. And sometimes you think that stitch will never be noticed, but it grows into part of the story. Okay, I'll say goodbye to that. Lots of green here that I probably will, don't know what I'm going to do. Many, many different textures. So on my to-do list is to resolve, I think it's resolved. This is a beautiful piece of vintage lace and cotton, and it was attached, and I was trying to get it to work over that, but it's not right there. So that will go into my nest of precious goodies. I need a little bit of something for there. Happy little flowers, aren't they? Not so much the blue. The Sanderson. Actually, this piece hasn't got any of the Sanderson on it, which I'm using in so many of the others pieces. How many big flowers have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I haven't got much embroidery happening down here, so let's see. I just pin for a little while there. And then there's still that little bit there that I could maybe, another little bits that I got over here. Vanessa, your heart is everywhere. I've got a quirky bird. Nope. It's a little bit of Rachel's fabric. Maybe a little bit of this blue is too much at this point. I sort of just want a little bit of background. This is a beautiful vintage material that I used mostly in my crochet bags. So this is a leftover strip. So what if we fit that in there, and then that, yeah. So this is how I do it, just splotch it like that. It won't come out the right shape, you watch, but we will make it work. Not bad. So pins. We'll put it there so there's a little bit of the original showing. little symbol there. And I've forgotten what I was doing this all about. Is that the, oh, I was going to say that's too big. There we are. So flower to flower. Let's trim a little bit of this. I mean, thanks for staying with me and watching. It is just a lovely... I was watching Corinne this morning, and I know she's been doing it a lot longer than me, but I still hear the joy in her voice, and I totally understand it, that when you get to film after you've been working for a while, it's like, yeah, calling up your friends. And yeah, I've seen Corinne's beautiful work with her. She's got a strawberry pouch. Maybe that's what I was channeling as well. Okay, this space in here, I actually want to do some stitching. So let's... What do I need for strawberries? Too dark on this piece. Don't die. Oh gosh, a little bit of fluoro spotty French dots. Nope. I'd have to join some of this in down there. Let's give this a try. Which reminds me, I've got sitting beside me this. Oh my gosh. That I've dyed. What about, oh, this is naughty. Yeah, it's naughty. I shouldn't, but I really want to. I'll get some of a previous. It was that orangey pinky bit that I was thinking. Let's try that. Maybe a combination. So I'll do dark first. I'll practice on this one over here because it's not. So we've got these ones and this down here. I'm just going to come up from underneath. Do some, I don't know what I'm going to do. Colour in a bit. First ever strawberry. Oh dear, I probably should be thinking about directions, and I'm not good at that yet. Especially when I knot the wool. See, when I lose confidence, I make a mistake. And it gets worse. Oh! Okay, first time for everything. What have I done? There's the knot. Well, it's not my first knot, but I seem to, on a strawberry, have made a crazy loop like that. I can't get out of that. So I'm going to actually manage. What have I done? Sewn it through itself, I think, and then knotted it. So I don't like unpicking because I can't actually do it either. Oh, there we are. All right, I'm taking that as a sign that that was wrong for me. And I don't often say that. It's like I've got it really caught up. Knotted maybe under the layer underneath. Okay. Oh, here we are. Okay, let's do something different. I'm going to start over here so it's easier for you to see. We're just going to do French knots wherever the needle takes us. Bit of slow down, Kate. Oh. I'm literally just going through the top layer, which is this thin cotton. So perfect well-being day for me, I think. I would rate this. Yeah, to do all the things that has to be done, as well as time in the studio, and then ending with well, the day isn't ended, but ending the daytime part. Plus it's daylight savings change tomorrow, so I'm not very good at whether we get more, but I know we're waking up too early because it's light, so the clocks will change. This will be the last little bit on this here. And then we can have a chuckle together. Oh, oh, that was the brooch. There you go. Here's my first French knot attempt at a strawberry. I think I will need to outline that and then do some more in there. And I'm glad I did that one because at the moment it's sort of being disguised. I wonder if we can see. I had a little go here, had that tiny little rosebud, but I need to find something to go in there, and it can be a really beautiful embroidered flower. Just wondered if I had any. Oop. I wonder. I've been picking this piece up a lot lately. I can make a, what do you think, a red one or an orange one? I even like the purple. I won't do that now because I need to think while I chat to you. I was liking that colour, so let's use some more of this. What colour do I want to start with? Oh, it'll be the pink down the bottom, yep. I think there'll be lots of barbecues on around here. I can hear dogs barking. We're all coming out of hibernation. I'm just going to start up here and layer that piece. Come up over here. Gently, gently. Oh, that pin sticking into me. As is that one. Okay. Now the question is, do we outline this or do we try and stay true to the colours? Let's try and stay true. So I'll go in here. Then up here. Gone quiet with the concentration. Because this is, I think I've told you before, this is where I go back to really trying to do the right thing and colour the lines in. And then I can stay within them. Or sometimes I don't colour them all in. Is there a dark bit there? No. I'm going through too many layers, I realise, because I'm going all the way to the back. So I'll try and just do the linen and the gold underneath. Which is much easier. Take that pin out now. I will still do an additional, not straight away, video inspired by Kiki, because she is the one, I've told you many times, I saw her skirt, her story skirt on Instagram, and I still can't stop thinking about it. And I have a skirt in my house somewhere that I could just now embellish Kiki style and put more stories and messages and words on it. Oh, ding ding, beautiful sound. This one here, the crystal one, was my grandmother's. Bless her. And she was the one who has crocheted lots of my crochet dailies and crochet doilies, and she was the one who taught me to crochet. So she wasn't a stitcher, but so it's appropriate. I have crocheted swans in there. Okay, so I want to get brighter in here again. So let's got another one that, oh, I think this is the one I'm using. I'm using this on my my quilters pieces, and it is a fantastic effect. Because the fluoro only picks up sometimes. So I need to join this flower onto this garden, and to do that I'm going to go over the top of this green tapestry. Not perfectly, and so it's not so obvious that that used to be attached to a bit of green tapestry. Oh, sorry. Sound effects. So I'm making up that this flower has a shape under here, because this is that French fabric where the flowers came from. I don't know what it's called. It was originally the pelmet. Now, I've left a little gap in there, which isn't great, but I'll come back. Just going to this nest over here. Yeah. So if you haven't seen this fabric before, this was it, which I've harvested so many times already. But it's got this beautiful blue and gold braid, which I've tended to put in various places. It might be a bit due to go over there. I don't think it tears. Oh, it does. Oh, goodness, it tears to nothing. So that will have to go even over there with a little fringe. Have I got enough left? I have got heaps more, but I like this fringy on the side. Yeah, framing it so we don't see so much of those fake strawberry leaves. And I could always just very precious fabric. What is difficult, and you can see it up here, is these little black dotty bits. So I don't think it looks obvious enough as a flower when it is, and it's beautiful. Okay, that's another to be continued story, isn't it? So now I'm extending the tapestry flower out. So it's just got an extra layer of beauty around the outside of it, which happens to be modern and fluoro. Yep, that's what I wanted. And the pink certainly makes me think of Kiki, the hot pink. She loves it's like aqua turquoise as well. That's where we're different, but I think that she's been influenced by different things in her life and career, and we all evolved as well. Oh. Oh, it's happening too often. How many wolves did you hear then? I sort of liked it. There's a bit of the green showing through because it has been harvested, and that was the original maker's work. belonging in this flower garden a little bit more easily. Going a bit wider here. Turn around the corner. This makes me smile, especially when I see those cushion from the op shop. It looks like it was, you know, vintage. Okay, we're around there now. And I might just look at the directions here. Still, I'll do that, and I'll probably add another flower into there. My gosh, I just looked at how long I've been stitching with you and chatting. It's almost a record, I think. It's because I'm having so much fun. I can't stop with this thread just dangling. Just reminded me of Fleur's book, The Untamed Thread. And Fleur, if you're interested, has one of her special sales on tomorrow. I've set my alarm because everything always sells out. But I think it's her one-of-a-kind series. So if you get to see this before, I think it's 8:10, oh gosh. I have to do the time conversion. I think it could be 10 New Zealand time, which is 8 for me here in Australia. Okay, there we are, my friends. Thank you. I'm really grateful for your company because that has been a lot of fun. And it's nice for me to just, oh, that swan's been looking at you a little bit sly that whole time. I'll put my pins closer. It's just been so much fun for me to stitch and chat along and freeform organically, which is how my work goes. And you've seen me do some things for the first, like unpick and try some strawberries. And yeah, always learning. So thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the day or night or whenever you're watching this. And I'll be back again soon with you. Bye.